Alright, we're gonna start a little-known indie game.
Yeah, some people, I heard a few people like this. I liked it before they liked it, though.
Yeah, I remember liking this before other people liked it.
Yeah.
This is the Pokedex speaking, and of course is my hetero life partner.
The perfectly ordinary Doc.
Yeah, that's right. And we're gonna be playing Final Fantasy VII. Surprise!
Surprise!
It's not an indie game.
What? No, it's just totally...
Hey, look at that guy. It's no boy. It's Ken Marinaris.
Yeah, Ken Marinaris. This is actually Final Fantasy VII, The Search for Zone of the Enders 3.
Yeah! Starring main character Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, starring main character Hideo Kojima. He's actually a brother to Vincent.
Right.
After they made Vincent into a vampire, Hideo Kojima became a vampire. That's why he's not worried about making all these extra Metal Gear Solid games before he makes Zone of the Enders, because he knows he's immortal now.
Because he's undead, right.
So he can eventually, the people who forced him to keep making Metal Gear Solid games will die off.
And he won't. He will survive.
He'll survive. He will live on through his vampirism.
He will indeed. Do you think Vamp is a...
Right. Vamp is actually just really an autobiographical character.
Hashtag Laser Taser, where you can hear us talk about other games.
Whatever.
It was sort of related.
We're like Seth MacFarlane, but funnier.
That's true. That's very true.
Our referential humor doesn't involve musical review numbers about boobs.
Damn. Yeah, oh god. I didn't watch the Oscars, but I heard about that shit.
I didn't watch it, but I'm glad I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I mean, the only Oscars I watched were the 2004 Oscars, where Return of the King won every reward.
Oh, yeah.
I think it won 9 out of the 11 things it was nominated for.
Yeah, but that also kind of has I don't want to say black mark, but it is unusual for a film to win Best Picture and have no nominees for acting.
Yeah, it's true.
Not to say that the acting performances weren't good in that film.
I would say if you were going to pick something to criticize, it would probably be some of the acting, but even then, it's hard because all the casting is insanely good.
Everything else in that movie is really good.
Right.
That the acting, which isn't bad, still just
it
looks
works.
kind of silly.
Well, because you have people like Ian McKellen who are great and silly and great.
Yeah.
But then you have Viggo Mortensen, who has to do an accent. Same thing with Sean Astin.
Yeah.
These are American actors who have to have a British accent, and sometimes with Viggo you can catch him. That's why he always adds, I feel, that heavy accent to the Mordor thing that he does.
Guys, the Pokedex really likes Lord of the Rings, but I'm going to talk about Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, right. The other thing is, though...
Loveless Goblin's Bar. I love this text. This text is so, incidental.
I would love the Loveless incidental text if they didn't decide to turn it into a story point.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you probably wouldn't know about this.
No.
Look at that title. Look how classy that shit is.
How, just energetic this fanfare, how triumphant.
Right.
This is, the JRPG is here. This is it. Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, it's true. It is, in a way, its own sort of archetype now.
Yeah.
Now you kind of, when you think JRPG, you probably think Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VII or 6, depending on where you sit, and...
depending on how old you are.
Yeah, or Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Those are,
Yeah, and then we get...
Look how great this all is.
I love how quickly we get from the triumphant fanfare
to the,
Yeah, and it does the downwards progression to this awesome bass line and these hits and these great kind of horn figures.
Right. That one we see right away that our main character is cool because he did a little flippy off of the train.
No, he's pretty awesome. He's an ex-soldier.
Well, what I like about Cloud, let me first off go right on ahead and say that I'm not really that crazy about this game. Now, and for a really long time, I kind of had a fuck this game sort of mentality. And I played it after its time when it was the greatest when it was King of the World James Cameron style.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, game.
Yo, flip your sword. You just don't care. Come on.
Impress me. And you know what? It fucking did. And I'm not trying to get brownie points or anything from all you fucking Final Fantasy VII people.
It's okay, I forgive you.
It's a fucking good game. Like, it's got a stupid translation, and like, some of the characters are not incredibly well developed, but like, the overall story is really insanely good. It's got a really good like sci-fi spiritual plot.
Yeah.
And there's clear. Oh yeah, here we go. Are we gonna?
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it.
Yeah.
So I thought about naming him Hideo Kojima.
Dude,
but let's keep it legit.
We would have to carry that on for the rest of the game.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if someone wants to hear us talk about Metal Gear Solid for an entire Final Fantasy VII Let's Play.
Not at all. What's his job?
Yeah, quick. I want to list rebel groups in Final Fantasy games. Avalanche.
There's Avalanche. There's
the Returners in FF6. Tantalus.
Tantalus. Yeah. Seed. Technically.
Seed. 8.
Final Fantasy X has the Guardians, which are more loose and not really.
Yeah, I don't think. I feel like they're not.
They're not really rebels. Yeah.
I don't. Is there one in 12? Because all I know about 12 is that you shouldn't believe Ondor's lies.
Yeah.
Don't listen to Ondor's lies.
I don't know that either.
But
I really don't remember if there was like a specific rebellion group. I know the princess was rebelling against something.
Okay.
But I don't remember if that shot is great, by the way.
Yeah. There's a lot of great art shots in this.
Well, I just feel like there's a reason that there's a lot of these shots are iconic. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like, because that particular shot I can remember seeing on the back of like a T-shirt with Cloud with the sword and looking on the Shinra headquarters. When you played this for the first time, what was your take on the sci-fi, 100% sci-fi sort of like more contemporary setting than Final Fantasy tends to be? Although 6 had sort of a.
What you gotta realize though is that I didn't have that perspective. I mean, this, we're talking 1997. I don't even own a PlayStation yet. I'm hanging out at this kid's house.
Right.
And he shows me Final Fantasy VII, which I actually spent a lot more time watching than actually playing it first. And when I got the PlayStation, my first RPG is truly Wild Arms.
Right.
But I mean, I already knew a lot about Final Fantasy VII, and I did later play it several times. But I mean, to me, this is what Final Fantasy was. There was this. I guess we didn't really have the word. I mean, I didn't have the word cyberpunk maybe at the time.
Right.
Or the steampunk kind of elements. But no, I mean this. This whole game. I mean, that's what it was about. It was exciting. It was new to me. I mean, at that point, all I had were like a few Sonic games for Genesis. My brother I had an older brother who sold the Super Nintendo before I was old enough to play it. Mm-hmm. And then I had some like Game Boy games. I could play like Tetris or be frustrated by Link's Awakening.
Right.
Yeah.
For some reason, you and Zelda games just don't.
Well, that's the weird thing is that having spent time now with Legend of Zelda music,
right?
I have much respect for Zelda music and Zelda like aesthetics,
right?
But the gameplay drives me up a wall.
That's so interesting to me, and only because of who just because I'm so incredibly passionate about those games, and I can't okay, gotta stop.
The reactors, yeah.
What's interesting about this is that they're introducing the pretend plot incredibly quickly, and it's.
I think it's super effective because at this point, I think everyone in the world is familiar with the idea of environmentalism,
right,
and eco-terrorism. So, I mean, that's sometimes people will fault something for using archetypes,
right?
But you gotta realize that archetypes are a way. I mean,
they're tools.
Yeah, they're tools to get you to the point. That's I think any good story nowadays gets you. Instead of just giving you words that you then form into sentences, you're really getting whole previously made archetypes and characters and stories.
Right.
And then they just get subtly adjusted and hooked together
into something.
And so, what we have here is we have the eco-terrorism. It's kind of hooked into this cool science fiction thing, and there's clearly, you could tell in that early scene with Aris that there is some legit fantasy going on
Right.
here.
So that's what's interesting is that it's like we're in a fucking factory looking thing, and
pre-rendered backgrounds.
I know I really like them.
I like them. Yeah, they're great. Let's be honest here.
It might just be because like I'm used to it, and it's a thing that like.
What was the thing the stupid Phantom Menace drones always said? Like Roger or something?
Yeah, they say Roger.
I mean, everything they say is annoying.
Right. I'm not sure if that's a joke. Is that like I don't know. Those movies are bad.
Those are terrible. BSF.
Yeah.
Don't watch those movies.
Or if you're going to attempt watching them, Red Letter Media's prequel reviews are
the only way to survive.
Seriously. It's kind of like the Star Wars Christmas special, which I've only seen.
No.
I've only seen because of the riff tracks, and the riff tracks makes them.
Do you realize that there might be people who watch this who don't know about that?
Oh yeah.
And then they might go try to watch it, and then they would die.
What if I died?
And then their blood would be on our hands.
Seriously.
Did you talk to Jessie?
Oh, I should, I guess.
You're supposed to talk to Jessie. Yeah, she's the love interest in this game. Come on.
No, she's just telling me how to use a ladder.
Oh.
I know how to use a ladder.
You don't fucking know how to use a ladder.
I guess I
don't.
don't.
Give me that.
Don't even give me that shit.
Yeah.
I found a potion too, so that's pretty awesome.
Pretty cool.
Look at these guys.
Yeah, these dudes are awesome. Look at Beam Gun. Yeah, look at that.
They look.
They shot you with pixels, son.
They look like the Maxes from Planet Side 2.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that.
I've never played that
game.
So.
I don't know. I heard they balanced it now, which probably makes it better, but it broke my heart. So
I don't know. I'm not. And this is. I'm not a fan, so I had no initial interest in it. But like I way back in the day, I was really interested in the original Planet Side. So I like the idea of it. Oh, great.
I like the idea, but I did not believe in subscription games. So
yeah, totally.
Wait. Can we just listen to this progression?
Right.
Guys, this is a really cool progression. It holds it, and then...
Still more melody going on, too.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
That's the whole loop. Yo, FYI, I know, like, the name of every song in this game. I have the OST piano book, and I have spent quality time with it.
Yeah.
It is. It's actually kind of funny. I was pulling it out today before the session to look through some of the songs and just refresh myself.
Right.
And I discovered a check from a family member that I thought I had lost like a few years ago, and I was supposed to have written a thank you note for.
That's so funny.
So that's not getting deposited, but we're just gonna put that away.
Yeah.
We're just gonna burn it and not worry about it.
Not important.
Not important.
So is this safe word a question mark?
I would say it's a magnet.
Yeah, that's what it looks
That's why it's floating in the air.
Yeah, I guess.
I think that's.
I would say
it's a Mako magnet. It probably instead of the magnetic fields being at like a right angle,
right,
it would be at like a 45-degree angle, which is why it floats in the air, kind of off kilter like that.
Now I have a meta question.
Okay.
What do you think is the means by which the game decides what kind of attack you're in? What do you think are the chances that you're in a back attack? And how do you think the game like dictates like when that's going to be?
I should know this because I've been watching some Final Fantasy VII speedruns.
Because I wonder if because I've had occasions where I've gotten like 3 or 4 back attacks in a row, and I'm sure that they designed the system so that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
you know, or maybe it's one of those things I don't.
I believe that on the map, I believe that in dungeons or whatever, I think the random battles are pure random.
Right.
And I think the chance increases the number of steps you take.
Okay.
And then I think the world map might be a step counter.
I can see that.
I know in FF9 it's definitely a step counter for the world map.
FF9 I haven't played in a real long time, so I would believe that.
The thing is, I know from the weird thing about FF7, I think it was the last game to have pincer attacks.
Maybe.
Because I don't think they ever did pincer attacks again.
Why would they? And they're kind of awkward. They always. Oh, hey, check that out. Are we too mature to make that's what she said jokes? I think so.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, no, you just said the pincer attack was kind of awkward.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
But you know, don't worry about it, guys.
It's not important.
We're not gonna do that.
I guess I'll use my stupid fucking limit breaks on these be little max guy.
Man, limit breaks are so. What's really funny about limit breaks to me was I had watched this kid play Final Fantasy VII, and then I went to play Wild Arms.
Right.
And like the Wild Arms, like I forget what they call it. They're not called limit. They might be called like Guardian Force attacks or something stupid. But like they work the same way.
Right.
Like you take damage and like you build up the meter. That's it. Like it's like the same thing.
Well, my thing about them in this particular game versus like Final Fantasy VI, for example, is that with Final Fantasy VI, there was a very specific set of guidelines you had to do in order to get your desperation attacks. Hey, fucking materia.
Are you gonna wait? Do we have weapons? Or you're not gonna? Okay, all right.
I think he's about to give us the tutorial, which is why I haven't fucked around with it so much. Because Final Fantasy tutorials are. Oh!
Watch. So wait, who is that? Who was that? Who did that? Who just talked to him?
I think that was supposed to be his memories.
Was that his memories?
Maybe this was an early part of the game when they hadn't decided quite yet what was going on.
Or I mean, was it the Earth? Could it be Aris talking to him through the Earth?
I don't see how that would be possible unless. By the way, we're taking a general hashtag Laser Taser rule unless we say otherwise. Is that we don't particularly mind spoilers.
Yeah, we don't care about spoilers. And furthermore, we will also say things that are patently true.
Right. We are always right.
We are always honest about everything.
We are never sarcastic. We got a robot man here.
Yeah.
The models look nice in this game.
Yeah, no, this is totally.
There are some PlayStation games you go back to and you're like, oh god.
Examples?
Metal Gear Solid 1's kind of that way.
Metal Gear Solid 1 is so lousy. Oh my god.
I only say that because of how much there really is like cinematics in that game.
Oh yeah.
And that's the only reason why it's super obvious.
Yeah.
Like here, you make the complex models for the battle system where they're really only going to be performing a certain amount of action. Standing still, making an attack, doing some magic, doing your little dance. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, your magic dance is the same for all magic.
Right. Whereas with Metal Gear Solid, you're telling the story with the models that you use for the gameplay.
Right.
So, and you're limited by the memory and the, all that stuff.
Well, that's why there's so much stock footage in Metal Gear Solid.
Right.
I was like, can I just talk about how, like, what if you, okay, so modern day America,
right?
What if you, like, worked in a nuclear reactor, and that was the fucking guard machine, and, like, you had to, like, walk, and that thing just, like, walked around, maybe it had, like, a little hat on, was, like, drinking its robot coffee, and they're like, oh, hey, robot, how's it going? And then, like, but then, like, what if someone attacks, and, like, it just fucking murders shit.
Okay, that's really annoying. Cause
did you attack it while it had its
tail?
tail?
Yeah, cause okay, the translation just said attack while its tail is up, when really it should have said don't attack while its tail is up.
Yeah, what if Cloud dies now?
He probably will.
Yeah, he's probably gonna die. He should probably, can you give him a potion? Or is he?
It might miss him. No, it's good.
Alright. Yeah, if we die on the first boss,
that'd be awesome.
You are getting
That'd be so awesome. That would almost be worth it. Stupid ATB. Because I ordered those attacks when it told me to, like, it was like, oh, don't attack now. And I was like, oh, it's a good thing I ordered those attacks. And then I thought about it and I was like, wait. I don't remember it working that way.
What does that do?
I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about
on. Oh, I guess does he have like a two-step?
He probably has some kind of mega super attack that...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. First boss, though, so it's hard to say.
Right. Oh.
That wasn't so bad. Mostly Barrett's on potion duty right now.
I get some TLC from Barrett.
Yeah, right.
That was a pretty great effect.
Yeah, I actually really like how most of the time the mechanical enemies will like explode violently. You hit that red. Hey, an assault gun!
Hey.
It's a spicy meatball.